We will try to repeat some of yesterday's points. The quarters of the self or the letters of O. Atman is divided into 4 quarters. That Atman is not different from Brahman, and it is having 4 quarters. And the Om is having 4 mantras. Avumana. So he says, the quarters of the self are the letter O. The sound Om and its meaning, he directly says Brahman. Making one, you fix your mind as explained in the scripture. See, the sound Om and its meaning, the all-pervading consciousness are Brahman, making them one, uniting, combining. Let the mind be fixed as explained in the scriptures. Sound and the meaning should be corrected, he says. The sound and the meaning, that is the object Brahma, should be corrected. What do you mean by correction? See, the sound is Om, A, Um, Ma and Amatra. And the object is Brahman Tat. And the Atman is Tvam. It is called in Sanskrit Sodhana. That is exact determination. What do you mean by Om, or what do you mean by Tvam, and what do you mean by Tat? So he says, the sound and the meaning, that is the object, which you call all-pervading consciousness, should be corrected. That means you should come to the exact determination. Only one consciousness is there, and I am not different from that. That's what he means. That is called in Sanskrit Sodhana. In the mind, you can put all the universe, even the all-pervading Brahman. There is no depth of place in the mind. Put whatever you want, it accepts. So, to imagine that I am the all-pervading consciousness through the mind is not a difficult thing, because the mind accepts everything. By imagining, you can put the whole universe in your mind. So just imagine it. So, he says, the mind is having that capacity. So, that is the only instrument you are having. So, imagine, think through that, the all-pervading consciousness. That what does it mean? Om is the creation, existence and dissolution. In one of the Karikas he told, of everything, and all these are the creation the sustenance and dissolution are but, he says, only illusion. Because only one thing is there, that is consciousness. Besides that, whatever is there, he says, it is unreal. Neha nanasti kinchin. There is no duality, only oneness. One thing is there. Then what about the world? He says it is illusion. As the magician shows his magic, the Lord, the consciousness, the Brahman, the Atman is showing the magic. So, don't be carried away by the magic, but think of the magician. Om, again he says, is Ishvara. That is the combined causal state of all the universe. Combined causal state of the whole universe. And where is he? He says, dwelling in your own heart. Ishvara sarabhutanam hridayesya tishtati. And in the hearts of all, knowing this, that the Ishvara is in me, the intelligent aspirant does not grieve. He will never feel sorry. Anything may happen. That is outside the consciousness, outside the Atma, outside Ishvara, whatever is happening. Sky is not going to break and fall on your head, they say. So whatever is happening, it is happening in the agent. We call it mind, senses or body. So if a pot breaks, the space is in no way affected. The space in the pot. If the pot is broken, it is affected. That's why he says, dwelling in the hearts of all, knowing that Ishvara is dwelling, the intelligent aspirants does not grieve. They know the Brahman without cause. That has been told by the scripture. They understand, they experience, they think of, they contemplate. And what? That Brahman is without a cause. And it is beyond cause and effect. What for this cause and effect? For the creation. Ishvara is Brahman plus Maya is equal to Ishvara. So taking the support of illusion, he starts creation. But he is not tainted by the illusion. He is completely detached, no attachment. But the same illusion is called ignorance. It makes the man's dance in the world because of the worldliness in him, rooted so deep. The power of Maya is under the control of Ishvara and Brahman. The same power which you call illusion and ignorance, it makes you dance up and down. So, to have the knowledge, no proof is necessary. I am existing. For your existence, what proof is necessary? And the scripture says that what is in you, the consciousness is Brahman. You cannot deny your existence. One should know the duality is not there and he has become everything as the support. Yesterday, I gave you an example. 1,000 parts are there, filled with water. In that sun is reflecting. And imagine that you are one of the parts having water with the reflection of the sun. If the pot is broken, what will happen to the reflection? It goes to the original. So, now you are one with the sun, and that one sun is reflecting in all the other 999 parts. In that way you should think, I am the support of everything. Is it not? I am the support. Adhisthana. In Sanskrit is called support base. When he experiences that I am in all, then he becomes a saint, then he becomes a hermit, then he becomes a rishi, then he becomes a muni, then he becomes a sage. You may call him with any name. R. Saint, or a hermit, or a rishi, or a muni, or a sage. Call him. But taking into consideration that he has become one with the consciousness. He by whom is known Om, which is without measure. That is that is not possible to determine its extension. First he told the whole, the consciousness is without measure. You cannot limit it. Can you limit the space? No. And as the space, so the consciousness all pervading. And then he says, Ananta Matraha. Not possible to determine its extension. Na matra iti amatra ananta matra. It is the consciousness which is within you, and which is outside of you, both exterior and interior, and which is in everywhere. You cannot limit it. That's why in the last karika he has used the word Anantamatra. So, by practice, by meditations, by controlling your senses and mind, somehow or other, you should experience the consciousness which is within you. That is the goal of life. For that, the scripture says, you got this human life. In this way, we have come to the conclusion of the first section. Since so many days we have been hearing it, now we are entering into the second section. It is full of logic. You should be very attentive. the logic itself is difficult to understand. And it is not the logic what the lawyers say. It is something supporting the scriptures. The scriptures always tell you about the absolute. Man in the world always experiences the relative world, but he never enters into the absolute. But the scriptures always speak of the absolute only. And the logic which supports the scripture, only that particular logic is discussed here. It is something like this. In those days, when the Bhagavad Path, Shankaracharya, when writing the commentary, all the scriptural injunctions were followed everywhere, almost by everybody. But by actions which are enjoined by the scriptures, you are not going to experience your Atman. So he has to refute them. And if he talks in their language, they will understand. Otherwise they will not understand. Now, he says, in Sanskrit, the logic is agama sesha. It is a subsidiary thing, or say it is a subsidiary, we can say. It is not the principal. How? So he gives the example from the first portion that is called Karma Kanda. So many injunctions prescribed by the Vedas. So, a man is there and he is doing Agnihotra Havan daily. Jata putraha Krishna Keshaha Agnim Adatita. That is the Sanskrit. That is, when hair of man is black, and if a son is born to him, then he should start the Agnihotra doing daily. If daily ahar, sandhya upasita, Agnihotra upasita, like this, every day is doing. And if he is having a desire, I wanted to go to heaven. And then he has to perform some other rituals. Jyotistomena swarga kamo ejeta. A particular yajna is there. So, by performing that particular yajna, he will be going to heaven. That is the scripture. Now, he is performing the yajna to go to heaven. But in the middle, he got a desire that I should have plenty of money here in this world also. See. Then the scripture says, Godohanena pasukamo yediyata. What he says? Godohanena pasukamo yediyata. There is a particular vessel is there when he is performing the sacrifice to bring the water. Now, when he is having the vityeshana, desire for money, then he should bring the vessel in which he is milking the cow. With that particular vessel, if he brings the water, this desire also is fulfilled. So, the desire for money is subsidiary. The desire for heaven is the principal one. Is it not? To fulfill the desire of money, he has to perform the subsidiary action also. Bringing the water in a milking vessel in which he milks the cow. So this is called Shesha. In the same way, now the scriptures have told you something. It is all absolute. Nothing relative. But you want to confirm that what the scriptures have told through logic. So, the logic which we are discussing here becomes subsidiary essential for understanding the main or original of this. Understood something or upperstood? Upperstood means going away from them. Could you follow this example?
Why do you say that this is dealing with absolute and speaking about common language?
Absolute scriptures are telling.
This is just an example. Subsidiary.
So, that is called Purva Mimamsa, Shesha Sheshi. But the subsidiary thing also is essential. You are performing a sacrifice to go to heaven. There you may enjoy. Nobody telephoned you that I had been to heaven and we are very happy. Anyhow. But all the money you have spent for the sacrifice and you are not having anything here, sacrifice is over and still your life is there, span of life. How can you enjoy this life here? So he says, I want money also. So money is also essential here. Simply going to heaven will not do. As this is essential, so the logic is essential to come from the scripture. You understood? What is necessary to start the second section? Why you should start the second section? Vaithathya Prakarana, illusions or illusionist section. Through logic, as proof, it is easy to understand the illusory world. See, through logic. He says, logic as the valid proof. Through logic, you can easily understand the illusory world, he says. Now, as I have explained, logic is Agama Shesha, and we know well that dream is not real. But here the opponent says it indicates something of the waking state. Last time I told you, Mother Sita was under the Asoka tree in Lanka, and a particular demoness, Rakshasi, Vijayata by name, saw a dream that this Ravana had a full shave and painted completely with black paint and sitting on a donkey, and the donkey's face is this side and that fellow's face is that side, and he is going towards south, and all his teeth are black. What it indicates? Death of that particular person. So Trijita says to Mother Sita, Ravana is going to die, don't worry. Is that? So now the opponent says that though we say that dream is unreal, it indicates waking state, and those who are doing scriptural sacrifices, they do say we will be going to heaven and we will enjoy all the happiness there. Even before the passing away of Jatayu, Sri Rama says, you are going to heaven, so my father is there. Don't tell him about Sita, that Ravana has taken away. Other things you tell. Sensible. Proving that heaven is there. And in Mahabharata, the great king Yudhishthira went to heaven with the body. And in recent years, we hear that Tukaram, that not chariot, what is it called? Plane. Celestial plane comes and takes Tukaram to heaven. So all these things prove that heaven is there. We do say, confirm that the heaven is there. We are having, we hope, and you say that the world is illusion. How can we accept? For this, in the 3rd chapter, not here, 2nd section, 3rd aphorism of Brahma Sutra gives an answer. Maya matram katsena aprakaditatva. This everything is illusion. In waking state, it has not manifested. That's what he says. How you say Maya matram only illusion? Then he says, the body is having so many things inside. blood, flesh, fat, bones, marrow. Nothing you see. Nicely covered by skin. You remove the skin and see the body. You will understand. So, the outer cover of the skin, because of that, you are not able to see what is inside. In the same way, in the waking state, you are not able to understand the newness of the world. That is called Maya Matram. Completely it is not manifesting in the waking state. That is the answer given by the commentator Shankaracharya, and the aphorism was written by Vyasa. So, we should always, yes, previously also I told you, whenever you want to meditate on the deity, chosen deity, Adhyatman, Adi Brahman, you should take the support of the scriptures. Without taking the support of the scriptures, the meditations are not valid. What you are meditating? What is real? So these things you should know through scriptures, then start meditating. Aspirants, they do come. They say these scriptural reading, we have to read grammar, logic, and the Purvamimamsa, Sankhya, headache. I am going to Himalayas and meditating. What is meditating? Without a scriptural support. And by chance, if he is having a chosen deity, and that also how to meditate he don't know, because he is not taking support. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. After realizing my form, I give them knowledge. As Sri Ramakrishna got, he saw mother, then Totapuri came and gave him the full knowledge. So, but the yearning, yearning, alright, yearning. So, the yearning are with the deep contemplation, the deep reflection which Sri Ramakrishna was having, others are not having. That's why he could realize mother. And afterward mother says, you have done everything in your past. But also mother says, no whatever it may be. So the aspirants, coming to the context, should take always the support of the scriptures to meditate. Even regarding Ramana Maharshi, they say he has read everything in his past. Same thing is told to Sri Ramakrishna by mother, you have done everything in your past. So this is your last life. While telling you about the Upadesha Panchakam, In that, mostly maybe in the third verse, there comes a sentence, Srutimatas tarko anusandhiyata. Only contemplate on such logic which supports the scriptures, not by your mental imagination. What is told in the Vedas to determine to intellect, that is manana, you should do with the logic. So, yuktya sambhavitasya anusandhanam mananam. What is sambhavitasya? That only one Atman is there, that is Brahman, and other things are on the earth. Up to this we want to go. To conclude this, that is sambhavitasya. This we should conclude taking the support of the logic. That is called manana. Deep calculation, deep meditation, deep reflection, whatever you may call. Yukti pradhanam nisandigdha rupam bodha. Say, now while doing deep contemplation, which you call manana, in that the logic is more important. And through logic, without having any doubts, to understand and realize, to experience the Atman through logic. You have to experience the Atman. But in logic, the example is more important. I see smoke in the mountain. I am seeing the smoke on the mountain. And so fire is there because of this smoke, as I see in my kitchen. In kitchen, I burn the firewood. When I burn the firewood, because it is little wet, smoke is coming. So, wherever there is smoke, there is fire. So I conclude the fire is there in the mountain. Daytime you see the smoke only, but you don't see the fire. So you have to conclude through logic. In this, what is important? The example. As in the kitchen. In the kitchen, I burn the firewood because of some wetness in the firewood. Smoke is coming. Wherever there is smoke, there is fire. So, there is smoke in the mountain. This is the logic. What logic you are going to hear? What logic you are going to give here in this particular? Simply says the waking state is unreal because you are the seer as in a dream. But dream you are seeing. In that particular time you are experiencing everything. And after waking say, oh, it is all unreal, illusion, appearance only. You have seen? and yet you say it is appearance. So, the example is dream. In the same way, here also you are the drashta, you are the seer. What you are seeing is unreal. That's why the waking state is unreal. That is the logic. I am seeing the part, but I am not the part. But this much discrimination we should have. The gross body, the mind, the senses are all we can compare to the part. I am the witness. I am the seer. I am seeing. If the body is real, you should live for thousands of years. They simply paint something on a dead body's face, they make a mummy and keep. But it is dead, it is not living. You may do even Hatha Yoga. Even then, there was one by name Changadeva. He lived for 1400 years. He met Jnaneshwar. Jnaneshwar was hardly 12 or so. So, but afterwards, now can you see Changadeva? Jnaneshwar? Body is not here. And this subtle body, as long as desires are there in it, it goes to one to another body. Vasanti jinnani yatha vihaya navani granati narokana. It is also made of elements. Subtle body made of elements, so on the earth. Only one thing is there, that is consciousness. That's why, because I am a seer of the dream, I conclude that dream is unreal. In the same way, here also I am the seer, I am seeing everything, so everything is unreal. That is the logic. Now, we start with the subject. Introduction is over. Vaitachya Prakaranam. That is telling about illusion. Everything is illusion. Page 357. Jnate dvaitam na vidyate ityuktam. In page 344, in 18th Karika, it has been told, Jnate dvaitam na vidyate. When you experience the oneness, the consciousness, then duality will not be there, duality will not exist. Jnate dvaitam na vidyate. Page, you can refer 344 in the 18th Karika. It is written in Sanskrit. Then Chandogya, the scripture says, Ekmeva Dvitiyam. Only, one only without a second. And now, Jnate, after knowing, why you have started like this, Jnate? Why you have started like this? It says, for the connection with the previous section. Jnate. Where? It is told in the 18th Karika. The last subject, Jnate Dvaitam na vidyate. And again he says, the scripture ekmeva dvitiyam. Again he says, ityadi sutibhyaha. Ityadi sutibhyaha. What is this adi? Etc. So and so, so and so, so and so. Then, what I have to take? The other scripture. Yat prahidvait bhavati tad itara itara pasyati tad yatra dvaitamiva bhavati tad itara itaram pasyati. When the duality is there, he sees the diversity. Where oneness is there, he will be seeing the non-duality. Like that, many scriptures are there. Even in Gita, as I told you previously, matta parataram nanyat kinchid asti dhananya. Besides me, nothing is there. Then he says, you have already determined. Jnate dvaitam na vidyate. The duality is not there. Only one is there, that is consciousness. There is no word. Duality means no word. Why again you are starting the subject? See, the opponent is asking. Already determined? Then, to start this particular section is useless. Why you are starting? Then he says, it is agama matram tat, that has been told only through scriptures. It is not confirmed by logic. Until and unless, you see, children, we see. Don't go there. Why? You want the logic. There is a ghost on the tree. Oh, acha, acha. I am afraid. So, the why, the logic, it comes immediately. Don't eat. Why? It spoils your stomach. It is not suitable for you. You will get vomiting. Okay. And the most famous thing is, don't eat chocolates. Why? The teeth will be spoiled. If you want to protect. So immediately ask why. You want a logic behind that. So, what the scriptures have confirmed, that has to be confirmed again through deep meditation, through logic. Manana. Though this particular section is full of logic, but we have to understand the oneness, and he says pramana anugrahakatvam yuktihi. Pramana anugrahakatvam yuktihi. If a person serves you and helps you, you do say, I am very much thankful to you. He has helped me. That is anugrahaka. So, the pramana, the proof is scripture. The logic is supporting it. That's why pradhanatvad tadadhinam avicharanantaram tarkadhin vicharasya avakashalabham. So, because it is supporting the main scripture, it is having a place to discuss. You see. But first you should take the support of the scriptures. Then afterwards, whatever scripture has told, that you should confirm with logic. But in most of the places, we see many people, so-called orators, they never take the support of the scripture. Simply start from somewhere, something, from some random. Scripture also says like this, afterwards it says. Right? First you should take the support of the scripture. You have to explain it. Is it done? But they go in the opposite way, whatever it may be. But here he says, first take the support of the scripture. Agam matram. Tatra uppatyapi dvaitasya vaitatyam sekyate avadharitumiti dvitiyam prakaranam arabhyate. In accordance with the Shrutis such as one only without a second, ekameva dvitiyam, it has been said that when truth is known, duality ceases to exist. That is purely a scriptural instruction, agamatam. But it is possible to determine the unreality of duality even through reasoning. It is possible to determine the unreality of duality even through reasoning. Hence is begun the second section. He has asked why it has been started. Hence. वैतथ्यम सर्वभावानां स्वप्नाभर्मणीषिणः अंतस्थानात् भावानां समृद्धत्वेन हेतुना. Manishinah, all the realized persons, those who have experienced this self, whom they say, what they say, the dream is Adya. Swapnam Vaitathyam. And he says, Sarva Bhavana, whatever we see in the dream, they are all unreal. Then again comes why? Because the dream is seen inside the body, Antasthānātu, and we are seeing in the veins, vein, not artery. Here you see the nerves, we have to say, Purita Nadi means a very thin nerve. In that we see the dream. Because of less space and it is inside the body, a dream is real. As I told you previously, first we should confirm the example, dream. So, most of the time, he gives so many types of arguments to determine that dream is unreal. First he says, the wise declare the unreality of all objects in a dream because they are located within the body and also because they are confined within a limited space. Savurtatvena hetuna. Then, what is the logic? What? dream. In the body, subtle body is having the impressions of the mind. So that is there, the mind is the principal thing. Main thing is the mind with its impressions that are manifested as dream, and the consciousness which is self-effulgent that sees. So, ye have left the consciousness of the gross body. Then only you can see the dream. Naturally it is certain.
The Vedanta, Vaita Vedanta, the mind is not described as, is the mind of the individual described as ortho-Vedic, or is it described having the size of the body?
The Vedanta, they describe the mind of the body size. And the logicians, they say it is subtle. And some other schools of thoughts are there. They say the mind is all pervading, something like that.
Shankya.
Maybe. I forgot, I have noted somewhere. So the Vedantis say the mind is all pervading the body. But now difficult to find out. Where I have written. I have written, but I have not told that particular point. No, here they have given about the consciousness, but not the mind. The logic or the followers of logicians, they say that mind is subtle. When it gets attached to the consciousness, then only it can see the object. But in Vedanta we say the Atman or the consciousness is not attached to it. We say in the pure mind or in the mind, reflection of the consciousness we see. What we see? The reflection. Reflection is not original. So on there. When you want to decorate yourself seeing in the mirror, you are not going to decorate the mirror. You decorate yourself and see in the mirror. You see your reflection in the mirror. But it is not real. The reflection is not real. So, and the reflection never tastes the original. That's why Vedanta says it is not attached. There is no snake on the rope in past, present and future. It is an appearance. Your mind is reflecting that. Where is this snake? It is in your mind. You are seeing that. So here he says, they are located within the body. What dreams? Because they are confined within a limited space called the nares, Puritat Nadi. Now again he says, विततत्य भावो वैतथ्यम असत्यत्वम इत्यर्थः. That is, unreality is called Vaitathyam, meaning the state of being unreal. Unreality of what? Again it says, Kasya sarvesham bahya adhyatmikanam bhavanam. All the things of your body. Adhyatmika is pertaining to the body. And all the outer things, all the things are unreal. All the things are unreal. And what is this Adhyatmika pertaining to the body? The happiness and sorrow, or the I and mind, the attachment. All these things are unreal, he says. Unreality of what? Of all the objects, external and internal, that appear in a dream, he says, that appear in a dream. This device, those who are well versed in the scriptures say, Swapna upalabhyamananam aho kathenti manishina. Whatever you see in the dream, it is all unreal. Who says? Says manishina kathayanti. The wise, those who are well versed in the scriptures say, the reason for the unreality is being explained. That is, antasthana. It says that everything is inside the body. Anta sarirasya madhyasthanam yesham. Because in fact, they occur within the body. See? Now, he says, Tatra hi bhava upalabhyante. There you see the things. There in the dream, inside the body, you see the things. He says, all right. Sarirantara avasthanam swapranam bhavanam ityatra anubhavam pramanayati. He says, you are seeing everything in the dream. All right. That we are this particular idea, that all the dreams are inside. We are supporting with the experience. Anubhava. Pramane. Tatra hi bhava upalabhyante. You see inside the body. What do you see? Parvata hasjadayo na bahi sarira. You see the mountain, you see the elephant inside the body but not outside. Then tasmate vitatha bhavitam arhati. Inside the body there cannot be a mountain or a elephant. That's why we say the thing is unreal. But then why should see? Why we should see? If they are unreal, why we should see? Because of the mind. The mind is having so many impressions from the past and present that we see. What is there inside Every now and then I say, Sri Ramakrishna used to say, what you eat that you belch. What is inside that comes out as drink.
They say the waking is also a dream. So everything is inside.
Yes, that I told you. The creation is belonging to the Lord. Lord has created. But because of little discrimination, the individual creates something. What he creates, I and mine. But I am this is mine. But that it is gone. See? I are mine. So he thinks everything is mine. If he loses money, he says, oh, I am died. If he loses the wife and children, oh, he says, I am died. So this I and mine is the creation of the individual, and the rest is the creation of the God. So one has to reflect on one's own self. He should never bother about the world. The world is created by Ishvara. He is ruling it. Ishvara sarvabhutana uddeshe Brahman sarvabhutana. So in between, don't go and poke your nose. All the things are quite perfect. Bother about your own self. Now the opponent is going to raise a question. Nanu अपमरकाद्यंतर उपलभ्यमाने घटादिभिः अनैकांतिकतो हेतुरित्याशंक्या. He says there are seen within the body objects such as mountain and elephant and the like, and not outside the body. Therefore, they should necessarily be there. Then, here it may be argued by the opponent. What he says, that the reason cited above and the reality of a thing that exists within something does not hold good. Antasthana people. You are seeing the dream inside. But we see, we keep something in a particular case or something. A jump you have kept in a safe or something, but you see the light, but it is not on there. So he is telling, Apavarkadi. Here it may be argued that the reason cited above and the everything that exists within something does not hold good, since the part etc. seen within the inner apartment are real. So the inside, antasthana, the reason he has given does not hold good. That's why he says, तेषाम् अंतरुपलभ्यमानत्वेपि न वैतथ्यं व्यभिचारात्. Now, see, I am entering into the real logic. You should be very alert. Otherwise, very difficult to understand. The waking state is unreal because you are seen as a dream. This is the logic. Waking state is unreal because you are the seed as in the tree. Logic is quite clear.
Seer.
And he says the waking state is unreal because of antasthanat, they are inside. Then the reason you are giving, he says, it is not correct. The opponent, what he says, the reason you have given, the dream objects are unreal. Why? Because you are seeing inside. He says, this does not hold good. Antasthanat. Why? He gave the reason. We are seeing the part, since the part, etc., seen within the inner apartment, they are real. That means, inside, you have given the reason. The dream is unreal because you are seeing inside the body. So, the unreal, that is, it is the thing which you want to establish. For that you have given the reason that is inside. He says that the reason does not hold good. Why? We are seeing a part inside a room. It is real. So how can you say it is unreal? So that is called anaikantika. Then he is giving the another reason. Samurtatvena hetuna. Now he is giving another reason. What he says? Samurtatvena hetuna. The outside, when you put a part in a room, the space is more. That's why you are seeing the objects. But here, you are seeing the dream in a narrow, which is very narrow. In a narrow, you cannot put the mountain or elephant. You cannot put a drop of water, what to talk of elephant. In Mundakopanishad, he says 101 nadis are there. 101. These nerves are there. And each is divided into 100. And again each is divided into 72. Something like that it goes. 72 crores, 72 lakhs, 2000 or 1100, something like that comes the total. And the latest doctors, they have never seen a single nerve. What to talk? But the Yoga Sutras, they say, the scriptures say, we accept, but we don't see. If you cut the body of a human being, do you think you are going to see all these 101 nerves? What to talk of 72 crores and 72 lakhs? But the Yoga Sutra says, from Mooladhara, the Sushumna goes, and if the energy goes to the Sahasrara, one is left. Shakti and Shiva become one, he says. And the same thing here they say in Mundaka Suti. They say so many when nerves are there. And here the scriptures are telling, you are seeing the dream in a small nerve called Puritat Nadi. In that, you cannot place a mountain or elephant. That's why we say it is unreal. First region, Antasthana. That was refuted. Then he says, you are seeing in the nerve. Nerve is inside the body, but not outside. Samvrtatvena hetuna. Another reason, that is inside the vein, antaha samvrtasthana ityarthaha. Then, apprehending such an argument, refuting, it is said, because they are confined within limited space. The vein. And he says, even they are seen inside the body, all right. The opponent says, all right, you are seeing the objects inside the body, but how am I to come from there earlier? Then he says, Nahi anta samvritte dehantar nadeshu parvataschadinam sambhavo asti. Inside the nerves you cannot see an elephant or a mountain. Nahi dehe parvato asti. Inside the body there is no mountain is there, he says. No mountain. Mountains, elephants and the like cannot exist within the limited space inside the nerves in the body. There cannot certainly be a mountain within the body. That's why, see, you should have some little patience. We simply say, I slept well, I don't know anything. I saw a dream, dream is unreal. This was going. But just to tell that a dream is unreal, he will be going so many arguments. Because you see, the opponent is dualist. And he sees the world. He says, God is there, I am there. I am praising God. And if in one sentence he will say the waking state is unreal, he is washed up in the floods of monism that he never accepts. So again and again he argues. Something or the other point he brings and he argues. That's why you should have little patience. That keep in mind, we are refuting the dualist who is accepting the world as real. But we Vedantins confirm. Sri Ramakrishna says, if the world is real, I would have covered Kamarpur with gold. I have covered my village Kamarpur with full gold, he says. I know the world is not real, that's why I am not covered. These are the scriptural sayings. How simply he says. But while reading, we are very happy, but we don't go to the deeper meaning. Is it not? Everything is there in the sayings of Sri Ramakrishna. So, whenever I go to the centers in Andhra, what is my topic? That is sayings of Sri Ramakrishna according to the scriptures, sayings of Sarada Devi according to the scriptures, sayings of Swami Medhananda according to the scriptures. So each saying I take and I give the equal to the scripture and I explain the scripture. Because that only make them interest to hear. If I start only I am talking on scripture, they are not interested. So just you see, for 10 days I have taken only say some 5 or 6 teachings of Sarada Devi and daily 1 hour. 10 days I have explained. That is, as we are say reading, studying here, to confirm the idea of the scripture, we are taking the support of the Lord. There, to make them understand the teaching of Sarada Devi, we are taking the support of the scriptures. And finally, what scriptures told, that is only they are there. What scriptures have explained, these all saints are explained the same. You go this way or you go that way. But you have to take the support of the scriptures. So, have some patience to hear about the dream for so many days. Or if you don't want, I can done and done simply. Now, नई अंत संवृत्ते देहांत नाडेषु पर्वतश्चा दीना संभवोस्ति. Then again the opponent is putting another argument. स्वप्न भावा सत्या न नदी. स्वप्न भावा सत्या न भवन्ति उचित देश शून्यत्वात् रजत भुजंगा. That is the answer he is giving to the opponent. He says the objects of the dream are not real because proper place is not there for the objects. Uchita desha sunyatvat. Then example what he gives, Rajata Bhujanga Adiva. Rajata means silver, Bhujanga means snake. We were giving the example of a snake and silver. And again he says, Uchita desha sunyatva. Not proper place is not there. How?
Where is this silver?
He wants to refute the opponent. You see, what you say that inside, I say it is real. So, counter argument is given by the answer, Siddhanti. He says, Uchita desha sunyatvat. Commentator already told, a mountain cannot be inside the body. That. Now, the sub-commentator is giving this. Uchita desha sunyatvat. Why? The snake lives in its soul and the silver is in the market. How can you see the silver is here or snake is here? The place of the snake is its own home and the place of the silver is the shop. So, Uchita sunyatvat. How you are bringing here? In the same way, mountain is somewhere. How can you bring it here? You cannot. in your nerves. Puchite there is a shunya. There is no proper place. So that is nahi. Nahi antastaha, nahi antah samvrutte dehanta nadishu. Now, dehantara nadishu, that is inside the nerves of the body, you cannot see all these things. By telling this, the commentator makes us understand very easily. In the nerves there cannot be a motor. Now again he says, Swapradrushyanam bhavanam antaha. What he says? The contention that the objects seen in a dream are located within a limited space does not hold good against you. The opponent again yes. You tell 100 things, he is not going to accept very easily. He is having his own mind. He knows logic. So, he says, Swapradrushyanam. Swapradrushyanam bhavanam anta samvruttasthanam ityetad asiddham. That means the Siddhanti is translating the opponent. Swapradrushyanam bhavanam anta samvruttasthanam ityetad asiddham. The contention that the objects seen in a dream are located within a limited space does not hold good. Though the Siddhanta is telling, is giving the answer, but is translating the sentence of the opponent. This we should understand. Yasmat prachyasu sukta udakshu sapnan pasyan iva drishyate. He says, for a man sleeping in the east is seen as it were dreaming in the north. Anticipating this counter argument, it is being said. He is sleeping in the east and he sees the west. He goes to America within few seconds, roaming there, because he might have seen in a WhatsApp or in a TV. In a TV you must have seen TV, you understand? Television. You must have seen the city of New York in the TV.
YouTube.
He says in the YouTube he has seen. And then he slept, and now he is sleeping in India somewhere, and now he is in America. New York, roaming, seeing everything. So that the commentator says, a man sleeping in the east is seen as it were dreaming in the north. That we have put as west, whatever it may be. Pasyaniva drishyate ityetat ashankya aha. And etat, but he says they are real because he is seen. For a man sleeping in the east is seen as it were dreaming in the north, anticipating this counter argument. What is the sleeping man sees? So how can you say the dream is unreal. Then he is giving the answer. Adir gatva kalasya gatva desha na pasyati. He says, yeah, the opponent is an atheist. Atheist. He is full of atheist. Atheist. All right, atheist. He says, the atheist always says that body is real. Runam krutva dhutam prived bhasmi bhutasya dehasya punah kutarāgatna. If you are not having money, borrow some pounds or dollars from somebody else. You may return or you may not return, that is another thing. But eat well, with full of good dishes. Because once if the body is burnt, again you are not going to get it back. And if we argue, we see some consciousness in the body. Then he says, if you mix the element, the consciousness is manifested, he says. The argument. If you mix hydrogen and oxygen, water comes out. And that is gas and this is certain. So something like this, you mix this one. We see in the laboratory, in chemistry, you see, mix these things and something comes out as a byproduct. But he says it manifests. Consciousness manifests. So when body is not there, there is no consciousness. The body alone is there. Now he is arguing, he is going out of the body and seeing the dream. Says, what he says? You are telling he is seeing inside the body. But the atheist says that he is going outside the body and sees the dream. What he says? He is sleeping in east and he goes to west. He goes outside. How can you say he is seeing inside? Argument. Then he says, Adirghatvacha. All nowadays, all the scientists, they conclude a dream cannot be more than 2 minutes. At best, a dream is for 2 minutes. So, the dreams will be changing. One of the conclusions. So, Adirghatvacha, you say, is going out and he is in India and he is going to New York. How can he go and return back within 2 minutes? Point number one. And when he is waking up, he is not waking up in New York, he is waking in India only. Is it not? Adirghatvacha kalasya gatva desha na pasati pradibuddhasya vai sarvat tasmin deshe na vidyate. Since the period is short, one does not go to the place and see. Also, every dreamer, when awakened, does not exist in the place of the dream. Refuted. Now he says that we have already told, Yasmat is the Siddhanti says dream is an illusion because you are seeing inside and ego says we are seeing outside. Swapnan Pashyan Iva. A Sanskrit word is given here, Iva. Yasmat prachya sukta udakshu sapnan pasyan, as if he is seeing. Why this as if we have used? Says, as if he is seeing is shown by the word iva. See, every dreamer when awakened does not exist in that place. But in the stanza and in the translation, that as if is not used, as if is not explained. So sub-commentator is explaining. As if he is seeing is shown by the word eva. Not actually seeing, as if he, because it is eva. The opponent asked, as if he is seeing outside. Then how can you refute? He says, very short period is there, and when waking he is not waking in that place. That's why he says. Now the commentary is going on. Swapradashta gatva swapna na pashyati. Now, the Siddhanta gives the answer. He does not go to that place and see this place. Yes, ma. Na dehat bahit deshantaram gatva swapnan pashyati. Yes, ma. Why? Sukta matra eva deha deshat yojana satantarite मास मात्र प्राप्य देशे स्वप्नान पश्यन इव दृश्यते. He is not going outside. Questioner asked me, is going outside? He says, no. One does not go to the different place which lies outside one's body and sees him, for as soon as one falls asleep, one sees as though dreaming at a place which lies hundreds of miles away from his body, and to reach which it takes a month at least, again to reach the place and then to return. The time taken during the dream is not sufficient. Therefore, for want of sufficient time, the dreamer does not go to the different place. For want of time. That is the reason given. And again he says, how you say we are not seeing dreams outside? Najat desha prapte agamanasya dirgha kalo asti. Why? He says you are not getting so much of time to go there and come back. And then स्वप्नः सत्यो न भवति उचित काल विकलत्वात्. As a imaginary person building the castles in the air, that is the counter argument given by the answer. Swapnaha, the dream, cannot be real because sufficient time is not there. The man simply stands or sits, going on imagining something, I will do like this, I will do like this, I will do like this, I will get this. Finally not getting anything. Nowhere. Simply imagine. If this happens, that will. If that happens, that will. If I get this. So, in the same way, when he is having some malice or enmity inside, then, oh, he has told like this, so that is the meaning of this. This is the meaning, so he is having. Simply imagine. Like that, here he is imagining sufficient time is not there to go and come. That's why he is not seeing outside. Now again he says, he is not seeing dream outside body because kinchacha pratibuddhasya vai sarva swapnadarsana dese na vidyate. If at all he is seeing the outside, he should wake up there. Why is waking up here? Because he is not going outside the body. Moreover, every dreamer, when awakened, does not exist in the place seen in dream. Yadi च स्वप्ने देशांतरं गच्छेत् यस्मिन् देशे yasmin dese, one half nakara has to be put in this asking person. Swapran pasyet tatraiva pratibuddhyeta. Had one gone to a different place in dream, one would wake up only in the place of one's dream. But it does not happen. Nachi etadasti. And you see, peculiar thing he says, sleeps in the night and sees daytime in the dream, closing the eyes, sees everything. And sleeping well, taking rest, and sees that he is wandering in New York. So many things that he is telling. Ratro sukto ahaniva bhavan pashyati, sleeping in the night, but he is seeing the daytime. Bhobi sangato bhavati, he has met many friends in the dream. Yescha sangatai grihyeta, yescha also. Matra is not there. Yescha is there. By whom? He is having the contact. After waking up, he should tell, oh, today I have met you in such and such a place. Do you think he is going to see, going and telling that I have seen you in the dream and you have talked like this? He never says. Naja grihyate, grihitaschet tvam adya tatra upalabdhavanto, I have seen you there. And we have talked like this, you should tell, he never said. Tasmana deshantaram gacchati swapne. That is why he is not going out of the body. Let us be convert. And he says, he sleeps without any support. And in the dream he says, many were supporting him. That is why the mind, the instrument, it is illusion. Time is not there. Instrument eyes are not there. Supporters are not there. That is why we call the dream an illusion and appearance. All these things are given. Tasmana deshantaram. Proper time is not there and he cannot go there and come back. Sufficient time is not there. That is why he is not going out. Nacha grihyate, that is, yescha sangataha tair grihyeta. If he has met so many supporters, in the dream. After waking, you should go and talk to them. That is also not there. And he sleeps in the night and sees daytime. All these things he is telling. So, therefore one does not go to a different place in dream. The opponent asks, the atheist is going out and saying, he says, because two reasons he has given. Sufficient time is not there and he is not waking up there where he is seeing the dream. Itascha swapradrishya bhava vitatha. Another reason he is giving. You see? Another reason through another stanza. Swapradrishya bhava vitatha yataha. You see, for this reason too, the objects seen in dream are unreal. You see. Now he is giving another reason, he says. Is it not? What is seen in a dream, that everything is unreal. One proper place is not there. With this logic, dream is unreal, that is confirmed, as told by the knowers of the scriptures. So, the dream objects are unreal as proved by the scriptures as well as the logic. This much of meaning is there, itascha, for this reason means what we have already told previously, all those reasons you have to take itascha. That is why, for this reason too. Abhavasya rathadinam suyate nyayapurvakam. The chariot, etc., which we see in dream, the things are not there, so we hear from the scriptures. What is that? Na tatra ratha na ratha yoga. No chariot, no chariot, no horses, no path, nothing is there. Everything is unreal. Nacha pantha no bhavanti, no path. That is why what we see in the dream, that scripture also says, supporting the logic, they are not there. The things are not there. The non-existence of the chariots, etc., seen in the dream is heard of in the Suti from the point of view of reasoning, logic, reason. Now, Vaitatyam tena ve praptam swapnahu prakashitam. The knowers of Brahman say that in reality thus arrived through reasoning is revealed by the Sati in the context of dream. So, abhavascha eva rathadina. That all the things are unreal because we see in the dream. Suruyate nyaya purvakam. All the logic lack of space, lack of time, they are inside the body, or this yuktita. And now through scripture, na tatra ratha, na tatra ratha, na ratha yoga, na pantha. There are no chariots, etc. All these things has been told. Ityatra. Tena, one word is left here. Tena deha antar sthana samurtatvadi hetuna. Tena. Ityatra, full stop, then tena. If it is proved by logic, then why you are telling to scripture? First the Siddhanti told, we are taking the support of logic to prove the scripture. Alright. Now you have proved with logic. Again you are taking support of scripture. How he catches the point? Actually, while writing the commentary, nobody as an opponent is staying before the commentator. The commentator imagines that these questions may arise. So all those ideas he puts to the opponent. So now tena, this yataha, the meaning of yataha is told. Tena. Then he says, why you are telling you through scriptures? See, in the body, the less place is there, so mountains are not there, that you have told, they are all unreal. And it is already translated by scripture. In waking state, we see the sunlight. The sunlight is not there in the dream. Is it not? So, what we have to tell? That the luminosity or the self-luminousness we see in the dream. Then he says, the self-luminosity of Atman, that you are not able to see in the waking state. In the dream, you can see the self-luminosity of the Atma, but that is not so conspicuous in waking state. See, but in dream, sun is not there, but still you see those so many transactions in the dream, and you are telling the dream is unreal. So what do you want to tell? Dream is unreal, because of the. What do you want to conclude? He says, by telling that dream is unreal, we want to confirm the luminosity of the self. That is the point we want to make you understand. Some region should be there to tell the self is effulgent, self-effulgent. That's why Swaprabhavanam mithyartham vina. Without telling the unreality of the objects of the dream, two things are not there. Only one thing is there. That is Atman, that is self-effulgent. So dream is not there. By telling that dream is not there, the objects of the dream are unreal. What you are confirming? Oneness. See. That is why after logic again we are taking the support of the scripture. Tena. By that, देहांतस्थान समृद्धत्वादेन प्राप्त वैतथ्यम तद अनुवादिन्या श्रुत्या स्वप्ने स्वयं ज्योतिष्ठ प्रतिपादन परया प्रकाशित माहुर ब्रह्मविदः. The knowers of Brahman say that the reality established on such grounds as location within the body, space is limited, is revealed by the Shruti, which reiterates it, and the intention of which is to declare the self-luminosity of the Atman in the dream. See. So, tena, nyayena, that is the reason. Simply you understand this much. Only one thing is there, that is self-effulgent, and that oneness cannot be confirmed until and unless you say that dream is unreal. Everything, except that everything is unreal. Nehana nasti kinchana.
Sorry for the interruption, Swamiji's. Just wanted to say thank you and goodbye. Sorry to interrupt,
Not the sound.
but thank you so much for everything. This Vishwambara's group Mayapuris are coming in October, so thank you all. Everyone
Wish
for-
you happy journey.
Thank you. Thank you, Dave.
Though in the waking state also, because of the light of the Atman, we see everything, we cannot confirm. Isn't it? So, that the self is self-effulgent, self-luminosity of the Atman. To confirm this, we say the dream is unreal. And the tena, the word that is given here, he says with the logic, which he already told. Place is very less and it is Purita Nadi, and inside the body, the mountains, other things are not there. There is not sufficient place is not there, and you are not going outside all these reasons. Tena dehantastana samrutatvam. So, we have to confirm that only one thing is there, that is the consciousness. It is self-effulgent. It is not taking the light from anything. Tasya bhasa sarvam. Because of its light, everything is seen. Whatever is seen is unreal. Whatever is experienced is real. Only one thing is there to experience. So strive hard.